Humans are drawn to climbing mountains like moths to a flame. The physical challenge of scaling them, the thrill of achievement on reaching the summit, and the incredible views from the top.
There's not that many roads go to the summits of mountains though. I mean, there are a few, of course, but not that many, and that's definitely not a bad thing, because who after all wants a giant ribbon of tarmac snaking its way to the top of an otherwise beautiful peak?
Yeah, it's hard to get the satisfaction of climbing a mountain and summiting it with a bike, unless you're lugging a mountain bike up, of course, and then a gravel bike, well, you just wouldn't really bother.
Well, you say that, James. We have two brand new bikes with us whose purpose is to change that, to be able to let gravel bikes go where they wouldn't normally go, without them becoming rubbish mountain bikes and losing what makes a gravel bike great in the first place.
Yeah, our mission is to summit a big mountain, the biggest in this very country, in fact. Iroidhava, Mount Snowdon, in all her glory.
Iroidhva stands in the Snowdonia National Park in North Wales. The Himalayas it ain't, but it is still a spectacular, rugged and incredibly beautiful area. Our route today is an out and back, taking us up the Telegraph Valley, around the southwestern spur of the mountain, and then the Ranger's Path to the summit, standing at 1,085 metres.
Oi, stop laughing in the back there. 1,000 metres is not to be sniffed at.
No, it's not. We are keeping our fingers crossed that it's rideable, though, aren't we? I mean, gravel bikes typically get to their limit when things start getting big and rocky, and that is very big and very rocky. It's infamously gnarly even among mountain bike circles, but we do think we got the right tools for the job. 3T have lent us two of their brand new Exploro Ultras, which, as you can see, can fit proper mountain bike tyres in, but yet through some kind of black magic still feel like road bikes to ride. It's quite an intoxicating mix, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful, Si. Now, I don't want to stop the poetry and all, but we've got an early start, and we got to get some sleep, don't we, mate? Oh,
You think it's poetic, mate?
I thought you did bloody great. I'm just getting all set. I've got to say, I love starting a good, epic ride from the depths of darkness. It's 4 a.m. and we're about to leave high camp to summit the world's tallest mountain, Everest.
They already know we're in Wales, mate. And it's actually not 4, it's 5 a.m. Still early enough, isn't it?
Well, and we're still hitting the summit, aren't we, though?
We are.
We're leaving at 5 a.m. because we need to be off the mountain by 10 a.m.
That's right.
That's the real reason.
It is, yeah. Voluntary ban on cycling after 10 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. Right, you ready to go?
Yeah, mate.
Hold on, let me just sort this.
Oh, Jesus, mate!
What's wrong with you?
Oh, my God!
Oh, this days.
Those exposed lights have got like a bazillion lumens. You just ruined my night vision.
Sorry, mate. I can leave it on because it's got a battery life for 4 hours.
I'm full. We'll be having breakfast in 4 hours. Right, come on then, let's go.
Check that out.
Careful! I could not be more excited, if I'm honest. Like, there's something so incredible about, like, this landscape revealing itself just as the sun's coming up. We did that much faffing, it's not really dark anymore, is it?
It's starting to get light quick, isn't it? But I'm looking forward to getting onto the rough stuff now.
Yeah. It's absolutely stunning though, isn't it?
So quiet. Right, you ready, mate?
Yeah, mate, let's do it.
Let's go. So we've done a truly epic 5.5 kilometers with 550 meters of elevation, which is halfway to the top of Snowdon. It's been fairly easy riding,
We've done tarmac and we've done some steep gravel paths, but nothing truly taxing, have we?
No, nothing too technical yet. It's a gravel path, a controversial gravel path, we should add. Brand new, as it looks like, replaced what was, we gather, a nice piece of single track. But there's a lot of footfall up here, I guess, so particularly post-pandemic. But anyway, it made for a gentle start. You can see the summit behind us. You can see our path just coming off to the left there. We're going to drop down now to meet that ranger's path before a final schlep to the top. But yeah, we think the worst is still to come.
It definitely is. Bit of descent and then the ascent.
Now, whilst Hank is, I think, taking selfies, I will quickly talk you through some of the details of the new bike. Now, if you've been watching much GCN over the years, you'll be familiar with the 3T Exploro. 3T have supported some of our best adventures, so frankly, I've had a lot of fun riding these bikes.
I have had a lot of fun riding bikes.
Bikepacking around Morocco, bikepacking around the north coast of Scotland. I've raced one on the road, I've raced the same one off the road, and then now this one trying to summit mountains.
I think he could talk about bikes until the cows come out.
The original Exploro made the headlines in part because it was designed to be aerodynamic, which at the time some people thought was bonkers, but I think now everyone's on the same page and we've realised it's just fast.
He loves aerodynamics. Loves it.
It was designed to be able to run 700C wheels with gravel tyres, but also smaller diameter 650B wheels with wider tyres. Then came the Exploro Race Max, where tyre clearance increased to a whopping 61mm on these 650B wheels. And the aerodynamics was tweaked, but it was optimised for tyres between 35 and 42mm wide, apparently, on a 700C wheel. What then is the Ultra? Well, it's an evolution of the Race Max. The aerodynamics, though, have been tweaked to be optimised with these wider tyres.
Wait for it, he's going to go into geometry now.
And then the geometry too, like the aerodynamics, has been honed in order to hit the handling sweet spot with these wider tyres. So it's designed to spend more of its time in this setup as opposed to run with 700C wheels, although it's perfectly capable of that. The rest of it though, the manufacturing, the carbon, the fact that it can run 1x or 2x is effectively similar or the same as the tried and tested Exploros that have gone before. I think you might have finished now.
Right, thanks Si for that. Right, let's get back to riding. Sorry?
You finished?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep up between us.
Now, Hank talked earlier about lugging mountain bikes to the summits, and that there is a case in point as our crew and colleagues,
Struggle.
yes, are lugging their e-bikes up to the top, whereas we are blessed with super lightweight gravel bikes. The frame is just 980 grams on a medium, and the whole bike comes in at less than 9 kilos, even with these big burly tyres on. In fact, they're so light. Hank?
Well, I've just decided to take a little bit of pressure off the crew and carry their kit. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it probably weighs about 4 of these bikes.
Yeah, I would have carried some camera kit as well, but
I'm the intern.
yeah, Hank's done it all.
Let's go.
Looks epic though, mate. You look heroic. We are coming to the end, fortunately, by a little bit of hiking bike. It's been what, 10 minutes or so? And just round that corner, it's rideable again. But yeah, it's a big, steep, very rocky, very loose little bit.
Everest is just there. We've just gone past the Hillary Step. The Hillary Step is one of the hardest bits of Everest. We're getting there though, don't worry, frostbite hasn't got us just yet.
Now, given that it's Friday morning, it's a work day, right? It's a school day.
Yeah.
So we've just checked in with our daily 9 a.m. morning meeting, haven't we?
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure everyone else was working hard.
Yeah.
Connor, Manon and the like. So yeah, they all seem to be working and we're still on the top of Snowdon.
But we're working, aren't we?
Hard.
Really hard. We got points proof about
Exactly.
what gravel bikes can do. So
Yeah. And we're only 10 metres from the top, so...
we've just been dilly-dallying. Bit more faffing, look, there's a queue. It is like Mount Everest, there's a queue to get to the top.
Just checking. There we go.
Can't believe we've done this without oxygen. How cool is that?
There it is.
Mega view, that, isn't it? There is something super cool about getting to the top of a mountain, isn't it? And like we said at the start, it might only be 1,085 metres, but when you stand up here, it's plenty high enough, isn't it?
And I'll tell you what, I've got the satisfaction.
Have you?
I have.
I've got the satisfaction.
So there we are. But yeah, like you say, touching the top, and then it's all downhill from here.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Because everyone else up here has got the satisfaction of climbing it, but they've now got to walk all the way back down. And we, my man...
Oh, hold on a minute.
You need an Allen key for yours.
Where's my drop and post?
I didn't get you one.
Great.
Sorry about that. Now, when I was running through the bike earlier on, I was talking about the aerodynamics. I think it's very easy to get hung up on the aerodynamics because it is pretty unique. But actually, the geometry of this bike is kind of also worthy of the same kind of headline grabbing, in the fact that 3T feels to me have really gone after the sort of road end of the gravel bike market in terms of the way the bike feels to ride. And as I mentioned earlier, it's like through some kind of black magic that even as the bike has got more and more burly and gnarly, it still maintains those kind of road-like handling characteristics. We are stood at the top of our final descent, but before we head down it, I think there's probably a question on a lot of your keyboards, quite frankly, which is why do this on a gravel bike at all and why not just on a mountain bike?
But then again, our grins should answer that really quickly because it's been amazing.
Yeah, that is true actually. I think this ride does show what is capable on a certain type of gravel bike, but you definitely would not want to ride that on tyres skinnier than 50 millimeters. We have hit a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have.
Quite hard. I did ask 3T actually for their point on this because I kind of preempted it, and what they said was really interesting actually, which is that whilst this is capable of extreme gravel, it's also blooming good on paved surfaces as well. Whereas if you only rode extreme stuff, then they say, well yeah, a mountain bike would be better.
Yeah, I mean, chuck some different wheels on and you got yourself a road bike, and then change the tyres and you got yourself a race gravel bike.
Yeah, exactly that. They also went on to say that the great thing about gravel bikes in their mind is that they solve a problem for a lot of people, which is that most of us tend to ride on a mixture of surfaces because most of us tend to live in urban areas. And so you want a bike that is fast on easy surfaces because otherwise it's boring. And then you want one that's capable on tough stuff because otherwise you're walking, and that kind of sums it up, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, it does. It has to be said though, riding a fast, light bike on the edge of what's possible is just amazing fun, isn't it?
It is. I think we have been on the edge of what's possible.
Well, I definitely have been. You, on the other hand, have made some of it look fairly easy.
Mate, you are too kind. Anyway, this last descent should be easy. It certainly would be boring on a mountain bike, but this, I have a feeling, is going to be the highlight of the entire ride. Let's go to breakfast! Wow!
What a descent.
Wow.
That was so sick.
I mean, there's one part of me, James, that realised how much work we did for that descent, and it was over in but a moment.
Yeah, we were just saying you lose so much elevation so quickly when descending, and bit of a sweat.
That was a blast, wasn't it? Particularly that last bit, super fast, super swoopy, awesome. We've just got one last climb now to go. I wonder, James, last one to the top by breakfast.
Wait, sight! Sight! Bastard's got a head start.
That was an excellent breakfast.
I needed that.
Yeah, thanks again, mate, for picking it up the tab. I'm sorry, I forgot my wallet.
It's always the way with you.
Junior era, wasn't it? Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Summiting with a bike was pretty epic though.
It was. Mega one.
All before 10 o'clock.
I know. We should do 5 a.m. starts more often.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
no. I did find out, by the way, that we didn't need to get off the mountain by 10. That doesn't come into effect until May, so we didn't need to start at...
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Sight, you bloody bastard.
Oh, yes. Got to say, huge thank you to 3T for lending us the new Explorer Ultras. That was a fun ride, wasn't it?
Oh.
Properly cool.
Absolutely loved it. And if you did too, then let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up.
That's right. And given that the day is yet young, Hank, I think it would be fitting for us to now go for a road ride. My legs are fine, my arms quite sore.
Yeah, you do need to work on those press-ups. For me, the arms are fine. Right, road it is.
Yeah, come on then.
Let's go.